With the demand for the Raimi suit and multiple references to the Raimi trilogy in recent Spider-Man media, it appears the fanbase is still dedicated to the series and calling for the trilogy to return in some way, which almost happened in Into the Spider-Verse. What's going on YouTube? It's your boy RonnyPugs back again with another Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse video. And before we get into today's topic, yes, I have seen the movie, but I'm planning on sharing my thoughts on the film towards the end of the week. That way it gives you guys more time to see it before dropping my review. And this video will contain spoilers, so if you haven't seen the film, exit the video now and come back after you see the film. So about a week before the film released, an interview came out involving Spider-Verse directors Bob Persichetti, Peter Ramsey, and Rodney Rothman, where they were asked if they ever considered bringing Tobey Maguire back to play what would become Jake Johnson's Peter Parker. And their response to that question was basically, yeah, we thought about it but decided against it since the concept of an alternate Spider-Man reality was already confusing enough. Which does make sense because while most of us are comic fans and know about Spider-Man Noir, 2099, and even Miles, there's still those who don't follow the character as much as we do and don't know about Spider-Man outside of Peter Parker. So initially the decision to not include Tobey in the film makes sense to me, but now that the Spider-Verse has been introduced, I do think we'll at least see a cameo from Tobey or one of the other live-action Spider-Men in the sequel. And going back to the Spider-Verse film itself, I'm kinda glad they didn't use Tobey's voice as the Spider-Man of Miles Dimension or the older Spider-Man, because while it would be amazing to see Tobey return to the role, you gotta see this as Sony continuing the Raimi trilogy and concluding it without Sam Raimi's direction. Which to me is wrong. If you're gonna get Tobey to play the version of Peter Parker in the film that dies or the older version of Peter Parker, you're continuing and concluding the Raimi series without the director's vision. And I also feel like if you're gonna bring Tobey back as Spider-Man who died, which was the one with all the Raimi references in the beginning of the film, you also have to bring back Kirsten Dunst and Rosemary Harris to reprise their roles, because like the Raimi version of MJ or not, the character shouldn't be recasted. And I also think it wouldn't have been the best thing if what would become Jake Johnson's Peter Parker was played by Tobey, because in the movie he does give up being Spider-Man over his breakup with MJ, and I feel like this wouldn't happen to Tobey's version of Spider-Man because we've already seen Spider-Man stop being Spider-Man due to his personal problems, so it really wouldn't be the best thing to see the character go through the same thing again. I don't think so, and overall I'm glad we got another version of Peter Parker with similar problems. So to wrap things up, I do wish we at least got some reference to Tobey himself, or at least a small cameo from him in Into the Spider-Verse. I do think Tobey playing Chris Pine's version of Peter Parker wouldn't have been that bad of an idea, but I'm glad it didn't happen since doing that would close the Raimi series without Raimi's direction. And I'm also glad we didn't see Tobey play Jake Johnson's version of Peter Parker since we've already seen Tobey go through the same problems in Spider-Man 2. So let me know what you guys think. Do you think Tobey should have been in Into the Spider-Verse, whether it be Peter Parker within the story or just a small cameo? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe, follow my social medias, and I will see you guys again in the next video.